Izzy here, of course. Let's get into it. We're making mini quadruple chocolate cakes. Reheat the oven to 350. We're going to spray our tins. I have some coconut oil spray. So we're just going to put those off to the side because we're not using them at the moment. And a helpful tip is when you're finished using something, you put it off to the side. And let's get started with the ganache. We're going to put the chocolate in our large heat-safe bowl. Chocolate in intervals of 30 seconds while stirring in between. So we're back and I've melted our chocolate, and you're going to quickly pour in your cream to the bowl, and you're going to mix it until it's completely incorporated. I'm using a spatula. You could use just a spoon or you could use a whisk. It completely mixed in so that it's a nice even color, and you want it to be nice brown, almost like the color of brownie batter. This is what you want it to look like. And now we're going to work on making our frosting. For frosting, we need 2 cups of powdered sugar, 8 tablespoons, 1 stick of butter softened, and a half cup of chocolate chips. What you're going to start out with, you're going to put your butter, your powdered sugar, on low speed. You don't want it to form a giant dust cloud. You're just going to blend it until it's all incorporated. This takes a minute or so. Back, and I mixed up our frosting. And I almost forgot to tell you guys, you need to add the vanilla. You need to add a tablespoon or 2 of milk or cream. Make sure you have clean hands. Wash your hands. I did before I started. So next, you're going to get your chocolate and your half cup of chocolate, and you need to melt it. So I'm going to go do that. So we're back, and I'm going to mix this in, the chocolate, and it should be like this rich mousse kind of color. So here we go. That's what it should look like. And there's our frosting. Now let's get into the full-on baking the little mini cakes. We start by putting the butter, our softened butter that's cut into 4 pieces, into a bowl. We melt our chocolate. Yes, I'm wearing a Christmas oven mitt. It's our oven mitt, okay. And you're going to mix the butter with the melted chocolate until it's nice and incorporated. We're going to combine our sugar, or our granulated sugar, our flour, and salt into the bowl, and then we're going to continue mixing. Delicious, actually. So basically, now we have that mixture. And a pro tip is to crack it, or to go like this onto the bowl, not the counter, the bowl, because it just, it makes it so that there's not as much mess. There we go, we have our eggs. And you're going to mix it in again. You want it nicely mixed. Here's the time you're going to add your cocoa powder. It's very chocolatey, very rich, delicious. It's growing crazy.
Look for that so you can see.
It's a little bit doesn't want to mix at first. Everything's flying everywhere. The pro tip, English would help again, is just scrape down the sides every now and then. Now you're going to add your water. Once again, you want it to kind of look like brownie batter, kind of like with our ganache. Speaking of the English, okay. The ganache, every once in a while you want to stir it around. So there, it looks like this is just about done. That went everywhere. So this looks like nice runny, very brownie batter. So you're going to get a large spoon, with mine. A good tip is to put it on top of another baking pan with parchment paper on it, so that if it spills, it doesn't get all over your counter. So it takes a little while if you want it nicely done.